Hello everyone, this is Tanya here from EDU TV and I welcome you all to another episode of our program. It's a matter of principles where we bridge the world together for schools and universities. And I'm honored to have with us Mr. Girish Kumar, the principal of Academic World School Bemetara Chhattisgarh, who will share his valuable perspectives on the crucial phase of transition from schools to universities. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tanya.
We look forward to an enriching discussion filled with practical insights and thought provoking ideas on his inputs on the subject. So, to start with, talking about your experience, what are the biggest academic or the skill gaps students face when they move from schools to universities, please?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Tanya. And it's a very, very important and relevant topic for particularly a school leader because we have been dealing with children who always, every year, come across this kind of a situation wherein they have to decide a university according to their skill set. So I think children must understand, parents also must understand that, studying in a school is always different from studying in a university because in a school, the program is very well tailored and structured. And the university is the program from a structure, it goes to a self-direction mode. So children need to be kind of in the self-direction mode when they go to this university. In the schools, we emphasize lot much on spoon feeding. Like we our teachers are always at the back of our students, and they always uh, do a regular follow-ups. Unlike in a university, so children have to understand that the moment they turn into a university, they have to be independent of their teachers, so to say. Moreover, in a school, the curriculum is in our country is such that we focus a lot much on the variety of subjects. So there are so many subjects which a child has to study. Wherein in a university, they choose their own subjects and then they level. So in a university, you always prefer depth over the breadth of subjects. So that's one thing academically which every child needs to take care of, and parents need to uh, uh, guide the children accordingly. Apart from it, moving from a school to a university needs a lot of emotional and social adjustments too, because children move away from their family surroundings. School for children is like the second home. They feel much safer in a school, but university is like a bigger world out there. So they get a new environment, new surroundings, new teachers, new friends. So peer dynamics also come into play. So I think our children need to be trained to deal with people from diverse backgrounds and make their independent decisions. When it comes to academic pressure, I think that also enhances because at a university level, people have higher expectations from children, and they have to be skill oriented, they have to be career oriented. So I think all these things make universities different from a school, and that's how our children need to be trained.
Right. So you mentioned that there is a gap between schools and universities. You mentioned about the difference in the academics. You mentioned about the difference emotionally, socially, and also the environment. The environment changes between a school and university. Now,
Yes.
you're leading schools since a very long time now. You've been interacting with thousands of kids altogether. As per you as a school leader, what can schools do to better prepare students beyond academics for the independence and the responsibility of the university life, sir?
This is very, very important, Ms. Tanya, because schools have to go beyond the academics, beyond the books, and beyond the classrooms. So, like as a school, we've been organizing career counseling programs for our children, in which our in-house career counselors talk to the students time and again about the courses available, universities available, scholarships available, admission timelines which these universities follow. They talk about the SOPs and letter of recommendations, etc. They talk about the transcription, etc. So all these things, profile building starts right from class ninth upward. So that's one thing which we do in-house. Apart from it, we engage with certain universities. We organize some campus visits, some guest lectures, some orientation sessions for our children to better understand the university culture. Also, we organize certain skill workshops on effective time management, research skills, emotional intelligence, so that our children, when they go to a university, they are better prepared to mingle in the new culture of the university. So we emphasize upon the research skill and emotional intelligence kind of things. Apart from it, we also have the mentorship programs in which we connect our students with the school alumni. So, school alumni, which who have already made places into the big universities, they are invited back to the school and they have an interaction with our current generation of students, so that our children are better prepared for the universities ahead for them.
Right. So, what is one advice or one thing that you would want to advise to universities in that what can they do at their end? Because when the students they pass out from schools and enter into universities, then it becomes the responsibility of the university also to ensure that the students are comfortable in that environment. So, what is it that you would want? What advice is it that you would want to give to the universities, please, to ensure this bridge is taken care of?
So it's very, very important for the universities also to be sensitive to the needs of our children, because our children have just been out of the school, they've just been out of the homes. So it's a kind of free world, and our children, many of them may not be able to handle that freedom so well. So there has to be a smooth transition from school to university. So maybe the initial 6 months or initial 1 year, we could have some programs at the university which perhaps allow our children to be more familiar with the culture, with the system of the university. The university teachers perhaps handhold our children in researching, in developing certain projects, so that our children do not feel absolutely out of place all of a sudden. Because schools, we do a lot of handholding, even if it is a project-based learning or even if it is a research-based learning, we do a lot of handholding for our children. So suddenly, when they go to a university, they feel as if they are left out in the big world and with nobody to take care of them. So the initial 6 months or 1 year is very, very crucial. Universities should tailor their program in such a manner that our children feel at home in the university. And that's one thing. So I think universities, apart from tweaking their own curriculum in such a fashion, they can also tie up with the schools and go to the schools. Like I said, we invite many universities to our school. So they can go to the school, conduct some orientations for the children, for sensitizing them about how the universities function and how the functionality of a university is different from that of the school.
Right, right. Okay, so now coming to the students who will be graduating the next year from schools, who will be completing their grade 12th from schools. What is your message, or rather your advice for these students who will be passing out from their grade 12th in 2026 to ensure that they have a smooth life in the universities, sir?
So I think we as a boarding school already have been taking care of it, because our children are already away from their parents. So getting into a new environment, getting into a hostel, getting into meeting people from different backgrounds and different diverse cultures would not be an issue with the children, particularly studying in the boarding schools. My advice would be for children who are studying in day schools, and particularly the parents of those children. I think we need to, as a society, make sure that our children go beyond the rote learning, go beyond the academics, have some research oriented projects in the school. Our children need to be sensitized upon the diversity that they're going to meet after the school. They must be emotionally very, very sound, resilient. Our parents also need to encourage such kind of culture at home. They must prepare our children for the universities ahead. They must encourage open conversations, talk about the goals of the students. They talk about the hopes and the fears and the expectations. They must also talk about the their own experiences. I mean, parents should talk about their own experiences, how it happened when they went to the university, and they must listen to our children without any judgment. They must also somehow in their talk normalize uncertainty, because when they go to the university they may come across many uncertain situations. So uncertainty is part of life, is part of their well-being and growth. So children should not panic in uncertain situations. They must normalize uncertainty, because it's going to be part of their growth. They must also Our parents must also advise our children how to handle their independence, because I was talking to you about our children finding it difficult to handle independence. So our children need to be taught how to handle their independence. So I think it's a collective responsibility. The parents and children and schools should work together to make sure that our children are better prepared to get into the universities.
Right. Thank you so much, Grace, sir, for sharing your valuable insights on the topic transition from schools to universities. I'm sure your experiences and perspectives will surely inspire educators, students, and as well parents as well. Thank you so much, sir. This is Tanya
Thank,
signing off from EduTV.
thank you very much, Tanya. And EDU TV has always been a torch bearer in this domain, and I'm sure it's benefiting many people around.
Thank you. Thank